Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 167 of Clash of Clans. Now, I'm going to get started here. Now, first of all, the clan war. I'm going to just show what's going on at the moment. Very impressed actually with how the clan's doing. But before that, we're going to go into the last war and jump into that, talk about that. Okay, so the war did end and we actually won. Incredible comeback from the Chaos Rogues 2 clan. Very impressed, absolutely incredible. Everybody in the clan, big props. That was incredible. What a comeback. 60-60, both teams. Credit to both teams for getting maximum stars in the clan war. Just a very hard fought, awesome clan war. Fantastic battles. Now in this war, it's going to showcase what's been going on. I did manage to get a 3-star here on a Town Hall 15, which is incredible. I actually put in the clan chat, I actually said, that is probably the best attack I've ever done in my life. This was incredible. One of the best attacks, if not the best attack I have ever done on this channel. What an attack, start to finish, perfect. It sort of funneled all the dragons and the balloons into the middle of the base, and an absolutely awesome performance by not only the troops, the heroes, everything, so perfect. Sort of misplaced the spells there, not the best placements, but what can you ask for, you know? 3 stars is all you ask for. And against the Town Hall 15, I actually said in the clan before, if I get 2 stars, I'll be happy, you know. That was my sort of expectation, was if we get 2 stars, that's great, you know. That should help us come back in the war, but to get 3 stars is just absolutely incredible. And the way the Prince and the Warden there just cleaned up at the end. So massive props to those heroes, which is a good difference to see, you know. Usually it's the King and Queen doing the most work, but the King and Queen actually went down first, and it was the Prince and the Warden who cleaned up the scraps. Credit to Dragon, Dogger, Soldier, 6 stars, very impressive. So everybody else in the clan, very impressive attacks, well done. Now moving on into the second part of this episode, I guess. You can already see the push has started to Legends League. I said in the last episode I was pushing to Legends League, and I mean it, you know. This is just the beginning. I sort of didn't anticipate though how long this would take. I thought, you know, me being optimistic as I always am, I thought, well, yeah, let's give it a few days. Let's give it, you know, maximum a week and I should get there. This might take a little longer than that. This might take a few weeks, but eventually I will definitely get to Legends League. So this is just the beginning, of course. Made it to Titan League 3, so massive props to myself for doing that, you know. Making it back to Titan League for the 3rd time now, so very impressed. But we've got lots and lots of attacking to do because we're down in 75th place. Okay, so a lot of attacking and stars to go. Also, definitely get your star bonus because there's a 4 times star bonus on, which is awesome, you know. That's going to help everyone's base to get loot and continue pushing up their own Clash of Clans journey. But for me and my journey, I'm going to just talk about, you know, stuff that's been going on in my life over the past few weeks. So, as you all know, I try to be as positive as I can be, which can be difficult at times being me, you know. Yesterday, for instance, I got some hate on the channel, and to be honest, I've been getting hate on the channel pretty much every day over the past year. Of course, that's because I'm getting more popular. I don't know if it's that, you know, to be honest, I don't think people actually hate me. I think they love to hate me. You know, it's one of those sort of situations, which is understandable, but I'm only here to do one thing, and that's make someone's day. You know, if someone's going through a hard time, and if I'm the person that they watch and enjoy the content, then that's why I do it, and that's why I'm never gonna stop doing this content, ever. You know, this is my passion at the end of the day. You know, I could be going off doing something else completely. I could be doing anything, going anywhere, and I would still do these Clash of Clans episodes, because it's my passion. You know, it's my passion, it's what I enjoy to do. And I'm going to actually title this episode Rise Above It, because anybody can rise above it. You know, if someone's getting you down, or you're a kid at school or getting bullied, you know, always just ignore it or have your voice be heard. You know, there's two roads you can go down, isn't there? You can sort of stand up to it and rise above it, or you can let it consume you, which, you know, I've been there. You know, I got bullied as a kid in school, and it's not nice, you know. And when it continuously happens, it can really get you into quite a dark place. So definitely rise above it, ignore it, and keep on going. That's the mottos of this channel. Keep going, never give up. Of course, I appreciate all of the support on the channel, so thank you all. For those who do enjoy the content, anyway, I try my best. I do try my best, so that's all anyone can do, you know. Try your best. So again, a big thank you for the support from the OGs, of course, people like Jimmy Pokemon Fan, people like Peacekeeper, people like Gooner, people like Atoms, you know, these certain content creators who really enjoy the content. You know, that's why I do it, for people like that, you know. Especially Gooner. You know, Gooner's awesome content creator. Definitely check him out, subscribe to him, as well as Atoms, Peacekeeper, and everybody else mentioned. You know, all of the channels are awesome. I do actually watch a lot of their content, so keep on going. You know, the mottos of the channel: keep on going, never give up, and just stay true to yourself. You know, be authentic, follow your passion, whatever your passion is. It can be anything, you know, and just go for it. Find your passion and go for it. So I will keep everyone updated on this clan war and what's going to happen. It's a bit different actually, of course, because the last war was a 20v20, as it's been for the past few now. We did have a couple of 15v15s there, and I appreciate a few people asking me to join their clans. Thank you for the offers, but Chaos Rogues 2, we're going strong at the moment, and there's no sense of it slowing down. You know, an incredible statistics here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've only lost twice in the past 10 wars, which is incredible. So if we can get a tie or win this war, that will be incredible. And this clan deserves massive props for the hard work and the you know, I know it's just a game, and people in the clan sort of argue, you know, it's not a perfect clan. People might think, oh, this clan's flying, this clan is always winning and doing well, and you know, but the credit, it's a team. You know, that's what is great about Clash of Clans. It's a community, it's a team. It's not just one person, it's a team effort, and that's what Chaos Rogues 2 represents and does perfectly. So everybody in the clan should be very proud of themselves. Everybody who creates content on YouTube should be proud of themselves, because it's not easy. You know, it's not easy, especially the more videos you make. People think it gets easier, but it doesn't. I think it gets trickier, if anything. You know, the pressure goes up to deliver, and at the end of the day, as long as you keep being authentic, you won't have a problem, you know. Look at me, you know, episode 167 of Clash of Clans, and I've, you know, pretty much just been doing the same thing all the time. You know, this is all you know, pretty much content is. I might do the odd other video, whether it's, you know, The Walking Dead or music or wrestling or whatever, but mainly it's Clash content, it's Clash of Clans episodes, it's Clash Royale shorts. So, and I'm not going to stop because it's your passion, and if it's the thing you truly enjoy, you will never stop doing it. So again, thank you everyone for the support on the channel. Next episode will be the conclusion of this clan war, see if we can keep the unbeaten streak alive, which currently sits at, I think, 6. So this is quite a big pressure clan war. You know, if we win this, we'll be unbeaten in 7 wars. We will not have lost a war for 7 consecutive wars, which is incredible. Not only the attacks of everybody, but the defense. You know, everybody's base is pretty strong, but of course, as the opposition gets tougher, you have to adapt and you have to figure out solutions to some of the problems that might happen in the clan. You've got to be able to rise above it and resolve it, and do a method which somebody actually taught me a while ago, and it's called the STAR method. So STAR stands for situation, I forgot what the T and the A and the R are actually, but you know, the STAR method is really good, and if you can sort of implement that into your game and strategy, then you'll be perfectly fine. But the main process of the STAR method is just to find the situation, and then, so T would be the task. What's the task you have to do to resolve that situation, right? So STAR would stand for situation, task, action and result. So A, what's the action? What kind of action are you going to take to resolve this issue? It can be about anything, you know, going on in general life. And then the final R is the result. What is the result? Is it better? Is it worse? And sometimes it comes down to experimenting. You know, I've done a lot of that, tried and failed a lot of times. You know, people think I've always had this one channel, but no, I've had about, you know, you've got to try and fail a bunch of times. I've had about maybe 4 or 5 different channels in my time, you know, and a few of them failed. And this seems to be the only one that has succeeded, and that's why I continue to post content, especially Clash of Clans episodes, because it's the thing I love doing. So thank you all for the continuous support, and I'll see you in the next episode of Clash of Clans. Take care.